Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Residency Podcast, a member of the Pharmacy Podcast Network. I know you guys are into mid-year and you're in showcase, and some of you are doing a great job of insulting the residents. And I want this to stop right now, because not only are you doing it in showcase, but maybe you're going to be doing it on the emails that you send them after and a thank you. Maybe you're going to put it in your letters of intent. Maybe you're going to put it in other communications with them. Never, ever, ever, until you are a co-resident with them, even then, use a resident's first name. It is completely unprofessional. I know that you think that the RPD is the person that makes all the decisions, that does all the work, but I assure you that that work is spread amongst the RPD and the residents. The residents are reading your letter of intent. The residents are reading the emails. The residents are looking at the CVs. The residents are looking at the recommendations. If you want to make a good impression, especially if the resident has a hard to pronounce last name or a name that has two different pronunciations. So my last name, Guerra, which I say rhymes with Sarah, only to make it easier for English speakers to use. I don't expect them to roll their R's and say Guerra or something like that. Or I would love to hear it with like a Boston accent or maybe a Deep South accent. But it would be so memorable if the very first interaction with the resident is, I really don't want to insult you and I would love to know how to pronounce your last name properly. Great. Okay, thank you. And so you say it, and then immediately you get a little checkbox next to your name. This person was very thoughtful, took the time to get to know my name. On the other hand, you're like, Joe, I heard you guys have got a great residency program. I just got a couple of questions here. Susan, really excited to meet you here. Well, you're getting a little checkbox next to your name, but it ain't because they want to remember you because of your politeness and what you've done. What you've done is you've insulted them. And in your communications, make sure that treat everyone as if they were the RPD. That's the easiest way to think about it. Whether it's the residency program director, whether it's the coordinator who's putting all this mess together, or it's the residents, just use doctor. So when you're addressing it in a letter of intent, you just say, I met you and Dr. Smith and Dr. Peters at the ASHP Mid-Year Showcase. Don't say, I met you, or even worse, I met Dr. Jones, who is the RPD, yep, you're talking to him, and your residents in the possessive. Guess who's reading it? It's your residents. Easiest thing to do, just use doctor, just be polite, and after you've gotten that spot in the residency, then you can address them by first name. Then you can go out and have fun and all of that good stuff. And they're going to be polite, and they're not going to call you out on it and things like that. But man, I just have heard from so many people that they are just like, really? Really? So again, you need help with your letter of intent, you talk to me. Go to my website, whatever, residencyhelp.com, but please do not insult the residents.